I think this might be one of those situations where PvPers found themselves in a spot where it's like, you think you do, but you don't. You know, that old quote? Basically, at the start of the season, Valor points were uncapped and you could get gear really fast from raids. And PvPers were kind of lacking or lagging behind. So a bunch of PvPers were like, hey, Valor points are uncapped. Like, maybe Conquest points should be uncapped too. And that way, like, everyone can gear up really fast and everyone could get full gear. And I think one thing that a lot of people forgot, including myself, is that it takes a while. Number one, it takes a while to grind Conquest. Number two, it takes even longer to grind the Honor to upgrade all of your gear. And number three, item level gaps in PvP are really, really crazy. Basically, ever since raid tiers have had LFR, normal, heroic, and mythic, in order for gear upgrades to feel meaningful, they upgrade item levels like by like 21 or something like that. So we could take a look at my boots from last season, 285, and then compare that to my chest is 311. So going from 285 to 311 is what, 26 item levels? 26 item levels in one season. So basically what's been happening, and something that's been kind of frustrating for me, is a lot of players, and it's to no fault of their own, have just basically been spam grinding like RBGs. They've been spam grinding RBGs and they've been spam grinding Arena, and they're like basically full geared, and it's not their fault, right? Like there's nothing bad about doing that, but it makes it so if you don't have a time to play a lot, unfortunately, you find yourself in a situation where you're really far behind on gear. And with 26 item levels worth of gear, armor getting nerfed every season, it could be really, really difficult to find like a kind of a balance in Arena. Like you just basically get ran over, and it feels like if you didn't kind of hype on the RBG train right away, even myself, I played a lot this week. I played a lot. So I played 28 games of 2s, 25 games of 3s, and 8 RBGs. Not the most, but I've also done some solo shuffles, and I'm trying to gear 2 characters at the same time. My item level still isn't even 300, which is really quite low, in all honesty. So I think like looking back at it, one thing I'm really excited about for Dragonflight is that all PvP gear will basically be max item level. So like if your pants are 1 out of 9, it's still going to be 311 item level. You know what I mean? Which I think will be really, really good. But yeah, it's just frustrating how much gear disparity there is in WoW. I don't really know what the solution is. I don't even like blame Blizzard at all, because this is what everybody wanted. You know, this is what everybody was tweeting about. This is what everyone thought they needed, but it ended up just making it so now I don't even like playing my alts very much, right? Like my main monk and my main mage are kind of struggling to gear up. It's taking a very, very, very long time, and I'm already feeling the gear discrepancy. Like the people I'm queuing against are like 305 item level. They're 10 item levels higher than me, and in some cases even higher than that. And it's a huge disadvantage. And then I like even thinking about queuing my alts, like people don't even want to invite me to RBG groups. Being at like 283 item level from last season, and people are 300 item level, 310 item level, makes it really, really disheartening to try to queue. So yeah, I don't really know what the solution is, but I feel like people were complaining about PvEers having an advantage in PvP. The solution could have been to cap the item level in PvE gear inside of arenas. It could have been that. I don't know what the solution is. All I know is it's very, very frustrating to be under geared in WoW. So yeah, it's one thing that I've been kind of like, I've had a bad attitude today. I've realized if you want to queue arena, you essentially just need to spam play RBGs. Luckily for me, I find myself in a situation where I can just like get in groups, but it's got to be rough, man. I feel for like a casual player right now. Basically, like if you're, I don't know if any of you guys can relate to this. Let me know if you can. You had to work this week. You had a bunch of work this week and you logged on, and now you just get pooped on by everyone. Like your gear is basically just useless. So you're having to grind quite a bit just to get yourself caught up. Not sure what the solution is. Like I said, I don't blame anyone for this. This is what we all thought we wanted. But yeah, it's definitely rough. And the more I think about it, guys, the more I think about it, truth be told, I think the biggest issue in WoW is that there's too much disparity in item level. That's it. Going from season 3 and having 285 item level and then going to season 4 and having 311, it's just too much of a difference. You know, it's pretty crazy.